And it's indeed an honor to be here and telling you a story early in the morning because this is morning in India right now. The story, yeah, the source of the story has come to me uh, on the net. I was just Googling something and I found the story and it just jumped up. And this story touched my heart and it went deep into it. And when I read that this year, the Chennai Storytelling Festival, the theme is healing, I thought it was appropriate to tell the story here today. So here I begin. Many, many moons ago, in a land far, far away, there lived a young man, a young, handsome, healthy man. He loved himself, he loved his heart, he took full care of it. He ate well, he slept well. He slept for over 7 to 8 hours just to keep his heart healthy and ticking and beautiful. He never got into any quarrel or worries or problems. He kept himself away from pain. In fact, he went to the extent that he did not fall in love also, lest someone would break his heart. Time passed by and he kept taking good care of his heart. He would once in a while just peep into his heart and see how beautifully glowing, bright, red, and velvety it was. He would sing to himself, "My heart, it beats a rhythm strong. I feel eternal bliss. It's warm and red, it's kind and soft. Not one beat does it miss. No one has such a healthy heart like God has blessed me with. I challenge all you people here if you disagree." He would keep singing this song the whole day. One day, he went to the city, and there, in the town center, he sang and he sang and he sang. He was boasting about his heart, and he wanted everybody to come around and see it. The people around, they heard his song. And you know how people are, they're so inquisitive. They were curious as to what does he want to prove. They all moved towards him and soon there was a huge crowd. They all wanted to see his heart. And with pride and happiness, he opened his heart. It was one of the most beautiful sight they had ever seen. The heart was beautiful, red, like velvet. It was beating a musical rhythmic beat. Oh, they had actually never seen a pure and beautiful heart like this. They all unanimously agreed that his heart was the most beautiful, strong, and healthy heart in the whole valley. The man was content and happy. He was beaming with joy. He thanked each and everybody present there. And then he turned to go back home. You see, it had been a long day for his heart, and he had to go home to rest. As he turned, someone shouted from behind, "My heart is more beautiful than yours." Baffled, angry, confused, this man turned around. He looked everywhere for the voice and the man behind the voice, till suddenly a man came and stood right in front of him. And he repeated his words, "I have a more beautiful heart than yours." The man was reeling in anger. The young man, he didn't know what to do. He was confused and angry, but he wanted to see the heart of the old man. He said, "You are so old. How could you have a better heart than mine?" Hearing all the commotion, the people around came closer. You see, they wanted to witness the challenge. The man smiled and he said, "Yes, your heart looks perfect, but I would never trade my heart for yours." And then slowly he bared open his heart. Everybody turned their gaze, for it was not a beautiful sight. It was a horrifying sight, a painful sight. The man smiled and said, "Every scar in my heart represents a person whom I have given my love, a person whom I've loved. When I love, I tear a piece of my heart and give it to the person. Often, my loved ones give me back a piece of their heart, which fits into the empty place in my heart, since everyone loves each other in a different way. So you can see some rough edges, but they are precious and priceless. These scars and rough edges that remind me of the love we have shared. He continued, "Sometimes I would give a piece of my heart, but the other person may not return the piece of his heart. These are the empty gouges that you see, my son. They are painful, yes, these gouges are painful, but they remind me that I love them wholeheartedly." There was silence. Everybody present there stood silently, tears rolling down their cheeks. And then the young man walked towards the old man. He looked into his heart and he ripped a piece out of it and he offered it to the old man with trembling hands. The old man took the piece gratefully. He took the offering and he put it in his heart, from where he ripped another piece and gently and softly placed it in the young man's heart. The young man then looked into his heart. It was not as beautiful and perfect as it always was, but it was more beautiful today. For he could feel the love of the old man's heart flowing into him. He gently embraced the old man, and quietly they walked back side by side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
I want to say something.
Yes, Elisa.
Oh, Poonam. I'm just getting to know Poonam, and this is the first time I've heard her tell a story, and it was so lovely to see your beautiful, expressive face and to hear that lovely message that it's true. We don't even have our own hearts anymore, do we? We have hearts made up of all the people that we love and who've loved us. That's just so perfect. Such a great
I
image.
want to add something here, Elisa. Uh, Last time when I came to the oars in the morning, we spoke about kintsugi. And it spoke about this whole story about the broken pieces and how they are beautiful when they are joined together. We only look at things which are perfect, isn't it? And when you see the broken pieces together, they are even more beautiful. So that thought, stuck to me, and I got the story.
Uh-huh. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Any resonations? Does it remind you of anything else in your own life?
I appreciated, Poonam, that it felt like a folk tale and like a somewhat realistic story, but it ends up feeling much more like an allegory, very symbolic, that it works on a symbolic level. We can't take it literally in terms of
Yes.
the beauty of a heart. You have to just, it's on emotion and symbol, and it just resonates that way. It has very large messages.
Thank you.
Poonam, I never thought that I would one day pray to God that I have a very scarred heart. I hope that I have a very scarred, very happy, very healthy heart. That I deserve that kind of a heart, and that I don't go back to God with a red and velvety and beautiful looking heart. So I am more glad. I am now happier for the journey that I have had, because I know my heart is in a better place. It's a lovely story. It's a beautiful story. It took my heart away. You lucky woman, you found such a beautiful story to tell.
And you took mine.
You stole my heart with your story.
Thank you.
Yeah, she did.
Poonam, beautiful story, Poonam. I really enjoyed, and now I can say that the scars on my heart are worthy enough, and then I mean, I thank to those who've given me those scars, because and I think that scars also come from love and hurt, so I forgive all of them for hurting me, or I thank those who for loving me. So either way, they make my heart beautiful. So I wish I have more scars now. Congratulations.
Thank you. Shiv.
Poonam, I simply love the beautiful tale. I think almost everybody has said, and we all feel the same way that, we want a scarred heart more than a beautiful velvety heart. But I think the way you told the story is something which was spectacular. And this made the story even more beautiful. The narration was done in such a way that even this plain Jane story and simple story, which is profound, no doubt the content is profound. But I think the way you told, and I'm sure everybody would agree that the ease and the grace you told the story, this story made it even, they say in Hindi sone pe suhaga, so it was more like that. So thank you so much. Thank you. And it's always a delight to listen to you, always.
Thank you, Sonia.
Okay. So